07 Commanders. My name is Commander Will Fearion, leader of the Vortex Squadron. We're back again. We are going to talk about Elite Dangerous today, as we often do. Obviously, if you want to get involved, we have different various ways you can do that. You can even get on voice with me sometimes if you're in the right time and the right place. And we are all decked out. We are decked out in our bright colors today. So if you have anything you want to add to that, let me know in about 2 seconds. Right now, we're going to get into this. Alrighty. Game on. The mic is working today. That's even better. That's even more better when the mic is working. So I know today we're going to do a little bit of Galactic Pulse. The Galactic Pulse obviously is just a title of a show that I like to call, when I talk about things that have to do with what's going on in the Elite Dangerous Galaxy community. We talk about things, and sometimes other people get involved as well. So this week, obviously, one of the biggest topics that I have been interested in this week is the fleet carrier, the Squadron fleet carrier, because I got some concerns about it. It's nothing game breaking. I mean, I don't think that our squad will be offended, but we might have to change the way we do some things because of the way they're adding this. So if you didn't catch the Frontier Unlocked, which is called the FU, which is what we often refer to lovingly as the FU podcast by Frontier. They talked about some things, and one of the main things they talked about is the Vanguards update. So the Vanguards update is the next major update coming to Elite Dangerous. They will have a lot of stuff to do with Squadrons. So originally they were going to change it to Vanguards, and then they decided, no, they're not going to do that. I think there's a couple. I'm going to speculate because I'm the man, right? So I'm going to speculate there's two things. EVE Online also has an update that's either coming or active right now that's called Vanguards. So there would be confusion there because as much as you know, and I know that they're different games, not everybody gets that, okay? Majority of people on planet Earth do not understand. So they did that. So they're going to just go with Squadrons. Now, I think the second reason they're not doing it is because it was probably they probably had bigger, grandiose ideas for it at first, but since colonization did not go exactly as planned, I'm pretty sure we all know that, right? Let's just be honest for a second. That update did not go well. Okay, guys, and it's just now it's getting wrapped up, and I hope me doing what I'm doing right now isn't making noise with the microphone because I noticed that the cable was a bit taut, so I was trying to ease up on that a little bit so it's not pulling right. So if you got a bunch of crazy noise right there, I apologize. I was just in my nature to fix stuff. So although I believe that they're pretty much on track where they want to be with the colonization, there might be some additional things they want to put in later. But like I was saying, last week or the week before, I was like, yeah, they got to pretty much put the pedal to the metal on this next one because they're running way behind. They were running way behind for a while. So, yeah. So what is going on? What is my, okay. I don't know, saying something about low power mode on my watch. I was like, what? So anyway, yeah, so that's probably why. And that's fine. So now they're just basically at Squadrons 2.0, right? So 2.0, they're basically putting the polish on it, and they're giving it some more purpose. Now, most of this stuff that they showed, now I don't have any pictures. I'm not a partner, so I'm not that, I'm not all that. But listen, they're in here. You can see in here, a lot of this stuff, it looks different on the new version, but it's basically the same kind of deal. You got your they also added some stuff in from Anara, so I can show you. I can even that Anara was already tracking that, for Anara, but maybe we can find it here. Let me just go over to Anara real quick, and I can show you. I hate when my thing types wrong. All right, so I don't know which account we're on here. Commander. Okay, we're on my main account. So in Anara, if you look at your squadron, you'll see some of the stuff they were talking about in there. So the Vortex Squadron, here's the Vortex Squadron. In here, you see about, this is what they're calling, I think they had it in as motto or something. I would prefer, guys, if you're going to have it say something, have it say mantra or creed, not motto. Okay, mantra, tagline would even be better. Then you can also have a description. So this is like the motto here, and then your mission. You can actually put in there what your mission is. I don't know if ours. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's just another place where you can just put some text. It doesn't do anything, doesn't mean anything. It's just there. So, it's available thing you can see. They have that in there. The some of the other stuff. So a lot of it's going to be very much the same. The browse squadron's going to be a lot more in depth. Because right now you can't, right now you can just tell it like the name of a squadron or these markers, the identifiers. So every guild or alliance or squadron has these numbers. So what I think we might have to do something, it will be with these numbers. So you can basically, if you wanted to look for, if you knew what you were looking for and you just want to say Vortex Squadron, you could, and if you spell it right, it'd even be better. But you can look for it, and then there it is. Tells you how many members, what's going on. Then in this one you can go in there. So what they're doing is they're putting in a front end search. So say you don't know Vortex Squadron, you could go, well, I want to find a squadron that does bounty hunting or pirates or any of these, or either any or all of these, right? And then you can say who they're aligned to, what minor faction. Now the minor faction, here's another thing: is you can in the new one you can align to a minor faction, but it did not mention commanders that whether or not we're going to be able to create a new minor faction for money. It did not say that. They did not mention that. Now, I'm not 100% positive that's really necessary to do, but it would be nice. Now, when you set up if you set up your own squadron, you can pick a lot of this stuff yourself. But since this squadron's already set, this is where we're at with this one. All right, so that's the Vortex Squadron, and they're accepting applications, blah, blah, blah. But now, all this stuff's going to be in the new one too, right? But it's going to be more graphically, aesthetically pleasing, I guess, because why not? And so they're going to put that stuff in there. And the other thing that they're going to have in here, which they currently you can do. Now, this is another thing you can do in Anara. They're going to allow you to create, or it just comes with it. I don't know if it's for free or what, but you get a squadron. Every squadron, I guess, gets a squadron fleet carrier. Now, this is good and bad. Okay, this is good and bad. The good part of it is, yay, squadron fleet carrier. Who doesn't want that? The bad part is that we have been everybody running around with their own singular fleet carriers forever and ever. And the thing is that what this one does is, instead of the fleet carrier being attached to the commander, it's going to be attached to the squadron. So what's going to happen is let's just say, for example, that squadron, that fleet carrier, if that thing holds say 50,000 or more cargo, 50,000 cargo, it's going to be used for colonization. Okay, pretty much across the board. I think everybody's going to want to do that, or people are just going to just have it for themselves so they can just load up on everything they could ever possibly think of ever. Now, this other stuff that they're putting in there, where they're like, you can you. I guess they're allowing trade between modules and stuff, but I'm not sure exactly how that works. However, they're talking about that you can trade, but you can also trade ships, but not engineered ships. So I'm not sure exactly where all that lies. You know, that's stuff that could be talked about some more, but we got to figure out what it is. I don't know exactly what it is they're trying to accomplish. So if you happen to know what it is, what are they trying to accomplish there? Because if it comes with the squadron's only going to cost you about 10 million, I believe. So super cheap. So what you might have to do, and I'll just put this out there right now for people like Sargent and Dino, who I know will want to run their own carrier by themselves. They're going to want to, when you create a squadron, you're going to have to create it, and then you could call it the same name. So like you could put in the name of the squadron's Vortex Squadron, but the difference is that you want to put a different ID number. So you'd want to do, so let's just say, for example, we're VS whatever, right? So the original one was VS 99, right? So if you put in a new one, say VS 27 or something like that, then you would still be sort of related, but it wouldn't count towards things, certain things like if you're in competition now in the leaderboards, because the leaderboards is going to remain. I'm telling you right now, and they are going to do something with the leaderboards too, which is kind of nice, because it's like really hard for us to compete as a smaller squadron with some of the larger squadrons, because they just have too many people, and then they also have people with 47 accounts apiece, and for however, I don't know how they have all this time and money to run all these accounts, and I don't know if they're multi-boxing or what do they do. I don't know how they do it. I don't even want to know, but I know that there's some shenanigans going on there. I don't know what they are, but they're only going to count like the top 10 people, I guess, which can be manipulated as well, because if it's all one guy with 10 accounts, then he's just going to maximize the whole thing every time. So I don't know. There's probably going to be some shenanigans. I'm just calling it right now. It may or may not happen. Okay. So who knows? We'll find out soon enough, commanders. So that's what I would say is if it comes down to it, where there's going to be, now maybe some guild members will want to share the carriers and all that stuff in certain guilds, and maybe even in my own guild. I don't know yet, but the big thing is going to come down to everybody's going to want the most stuff they can carry, especially if they're colonizing, and especially if they're colonizing far away. They're going to want to carry as much stuff as they can. Now, maybe people will want, to help out, and maybe there'll be an easier way for other people to add stuff to the carrier, because you can give them access to the bank and put certain things in the bank or whatever, and then unload, and anybody can unload those from the bank or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure all that out later. But for right now, I can just tell you that there's going to be a lot of that going on. So what you'll probably see happening is something like that. So if they're part of a squadron, say it's AA squadron or AAA squadron, they might have AAA 1 through 9, or they may have AAA A through Z, or whatever it is, so that it's all the same. And then basically you make your little squadron logo, and then you can teach the other guys how to make that logo so that they can make the exact same logo, so they can have it across different, And then there's ways of like naming your ship, right? So like we all name our ships, our big ships. We name them like VSS in brackets, right? And then do a space and then the name of the ship. So when you see them all in a system, you see them all. They all say VSS this, VSS that, and then people know that where they're in force or not, and then they can plan accordingly to whatever they're trying to do, So I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, and that's the one major thing that I took away from the the FU from yesterday. And if you have any comments about it or what you think about it, let me know. I'm just pretty sure there will be some shenanigans as far as if you make it to where it's attached to the squadron instead of the player, it's just going to make players do a lot. I'd say a huge swath of them will do single player guilds, and even some of the commanders, the leaders will understand that because it depends on where your squad's at. I mean, we don't need to. Not everybody that does a squadron cares about the leaderboards. Like we're not. I don't even think we're on it this time. If we are, oh, we're 33rd, so we're way down there. Okay, so I mean, not everybody cares about that. I mean, my guys care about it about once a month, and then that's it, and they don't care no more. So I mean, if you're into that kind of thing where you want because if you win these, if you actually win these during which this one, I'm not even sure when the end date is on this one. I'm not sure. You could probably find that out from Anara too. It'll tell you when the end date is. So what a lot of people do is they just hold on to their combat bonds because you don't lose them when you die. I saw that heart go by there. Thank you, whoever gave me some loves. Yeah, so if you're into that, that's great. If you're not, that's okay. You don't have to be, but I'm just saying if you're not, if you want to stay together in Anara, there's actually a way to say who you support. So you can literally supported minor faction, related minor faction, but you can also relate to other squadrons. So see this one? In game, okay. Though there's other. Well, I don't think this is not the spot, but this is where it is in here. I know it's in here first. Fact. Niles, 07 to you. First one in. All right, good job. Good to see you. Yeah. So yeah. So you can see that in here. You can represent other. Oh, here's one over here. Nope, that's not where that's at. It's in here though. I know it is. I know it's in here. You can actually support other squadrons. So you could put in all the squadrons that you support, which would be all your other related squadrons. So it would say Vortex Squadron VS, 77 or whatever you decide you want to be, VS 69. I'm sure somebody will want that, something like that. Now, you're obviously other squadrons have different call letters. So, so it could become a problem, maybe, but hopefully not. And I doubt anybody's going to need all 99 slots. So, you don't have to go in order. So Niels is talking about he wants to start with, for starters, I am just happy that Edie has caught a second win, is arguably better than ever, and FTIV isn't done yet. Well, I think a lot of people are happy with that because that was a thing. We're not so sure what they're doing, but we'll find out. In a couple of months, they're going to release the yearly their earnings, and we'll find out more then. And that's fine. But for right now, they're still going full steam ahead with a lot of update. They've done a lot of updating, so we're looking forward to that. So yeah. So anyway, the squadron fleet carrier is arguably one of the best features. The other feature, there wasn't anything else that got my attention. I don't know what you want to trade among each other. Like right now, trading money. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand what they're doing with that. But I don't know what it is that you want to trade. Why you even want to trade engineered stuff if you're just I'm not sure. I think if they're gonna, they don't really have crafting per se. They do have crafting, but it's personal crafting. It's not making money crafting. I'm not sure why they won't allow people to buy that stuff, but honestly, and engineering. So the problem is what people want is they don't want to do engineering, right? So really, what we should be going after them for, Gerwin, by 7, by the way, 07 to Gerwin. Thanks for coming in. Why are we don't need them to let us trade engineered modules. We need to make them fix engineering so it's not such a ridiculous pain in the ass. Then you don't need that, right? Then why would you care if you trade engineered modules or not? If you could do the engineering without, like, ripping every single hair out of your head out, you would probably not even need that. I'd be more inclined to go at them full bore about engineering, because the way they set up engineering all those years ago was terrible. Everybody knows it. I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. That was terrible. It's still terrible. And then they decided, oh, let's do it again. Let's do it with on foot. That is insane. That is crazy. I don't know. But since we have some new guys, since we have some new team members, maybe they're going to think about that stuff. Now, they haven't mentioned it yet, but they did work on, what do you mean you need engineering for AX? Anyway, yeah, you can engineer for AX. You don't have to have it. You can go with Guardian. Anyway, so you can, that's what I would get them to do, is to, first of all, make it so you don't have to, like, jump through 8,000 hoops to get the engineering open. I don't know why you can't phone it in, to be honest, at this point. Why you can't just phone it in. Why they still, after all these years, make us go travel to each. Well, there are certain engineers that do specials for different things that you can do. You don't have to get a tier 5 experimental on a tier 5 unit. You can get any experimental, doesn't have any levels, so you can get those anywhere. So that's a little bit better, but still. Yeah, well, they all do, Talon, and welcome on in, John. Talon. Yeah, they all need it. Hull reinforcements. Yeah, that's just one engineer. All right, so, well, yeah, I understand that, Neil. Neil's just saying that the changes to engineering helped a lot, but it didn't come home from work to work in a game. But that's again, that is material collection. So the material collection, while they did do some of it, now. But again, I'm not sure if it's working or not working. But the ground, the raw materials from the ground, from the brain trees and from the shard trees, they broke the limpets again. So they put that thing on the limpets that makes them orbit underneath your ship, which I don't have a freaking clue why that's an important thing. They made them orbit, and then but then the ground, picking up raw materials from the ground became extremely difficult again, if not impossible. So people are still upset about that. I'd like to see them fix that as well. But again, they had ways that were working really well, especially during the Thargoid War. When we defeated something, we got materials. They're not even really doing that anymore. They, even with power play, it's just they're really stingy with the materials, and they're giving you a bunch of materials you don't need. So again, and now they fixed it so that it doesn't automatically just throw everything away when you're full on it. But now you just get these boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff with junk in them that you don't even know what it is. So it's like, either raise the limits or get rid of that stuff, whatever way you would like it. I mean, it's never. I don't know what you mean, Uncle Jay. 07 to you, but they're not ground limpets. But they can pick stuff up off the ground. They don't walk around on the ground. They just go down, and they can pick stuff up. They can bring them back to your ship. It was a wonderful thing, and I don't know if it got put in on purpose or it was an accident. And you could only do it in certain circumstances, where you had to turn down your frame rate to like 30 frames per second, and then you could shoot the limpets down there, and they would go down and get stuff, and they wouldn't blow up when they hit the ground. And yes, it should be a thing if they're going to make us collect stuff off the ground, because they need to stop trying to force us to do stuff we don't want to do. Like, not everybody is an SRV king, okay? Nobody cares about that. So, in any event, all right, Uncle Jay, you're annoying me already. So cut it out. All right. Anything that's for the player is good. Okay. It's not bad. So anyway, so there's that. So let's get back to what was I? So anyway, limpets is neither here nor there, but they need to really fix the engineering to where now they said that what they were going to try to do is make it to where it's more about building your ship than collecting materials. So, just that's what it should be. That's what it should have always been. People don't want it like Niels was saying earlier. It's not supposed to be a job all the time. You're not supposed to have to spend 2-3 nights a week going out and then collecting all this stuff. Now, during the Thargoid War, every time we won a system back from the Thargoids, they would give us a gob of materials based on your participation. That was great. They kind of sort of do that in power play, but they're stingy. They're stingy as hell with that. And it's not the same. It doesn't have the same feel to it, right? So it's like, like, okay, I get a care package. Yay. It's not the same. When you got it from the Thargoid War, you knew, man. Like my and it was all high level material, and I was always full on everything. Now I'm like, ugh. Now I'm like, dreading the fact that I'm gonna have to go out again at some point. So anyway. But so with the squadron thing, V2, like I said, I believe that they're already, they backed off on whatever their original plans were. Obviously, like I said, the original plan for colonization, feature complete colonization, did not go anywhere near as planned, and they're way behind. So hopefully this will be fine. I don't see any huge problems with it other than possibly it's going to, make some things a little weird because of the way that they're going to assign the squadron fleet carrier to the squadron. Now you're going to be able to have it to where multiple people can control it and take care of it, and that's fine. But that I don't know that that's going to be a thing either that anybody's going to want to do. I don't know. I don't, usually if, the guild leader, if he has like a first officer or something, that's fine. But it's still, that's a pretty tricky situation. So you got to make sure whoever it is that you put in charge of your squadron's fleet carrier, that they're not going to run abscond with it, go somewhere, super far away. What we also don't know the cost. Is there an upkeep cost? Is there a fuel cost? What is the fuel jump range on that big son of a gun? It's twice as big as the other one. So technically, in my mind, that means it should jump twice as far. I don't think anything is going to happen to your old squad. Well, sure, some of us don't, but that's not the point. We're still going to get one more because it's not for us. It's for the squadron. The squadron gets it, not us. So the old squadron should just stay the way it is. We might have some fields we got to fill in for the, for the tagline, for our mission and our tagline and all that stuff that they're stealing from Anara. To put in for whatever reason, but I don't think that the old squads are going to go anywhere. You can still have a personal carrier, so you can have a personal carrier and a squadron carrier. Or what I think some people might do, unless they just have lots of money to throw away, they'll probably get rid of the smaller carrier and keep the bigger one, just to make their own personal squadron and make the bigger one. And take that, because especially if they're into colonization, they're going to want that because they're going to need that later too. And once we get out there pretty far, it's going to be, like I said, you're going you're gonna have to take some something out there. You can't take you know, not easily. You're not gonna be able to just take loads of Panther Clipper loads out to the wherever after you get 1,000 light years away, it's going to get really, really tricky. Okay, people are going to have to build systems with all the stuff that you need to build new systems because there's nobody's going to want to go 1,500 light years back to the bubble to go get stuff and then come back out. Now they're already doing that in California. I saw that yesterday or day before. They've already started doing that, so they've got it to where you can where there's a lot of those materials already being built out there, or whatever they call it, manufactured or created out there, so you don't have to go so far. But you're going to have to do that at some point because it's not. I mean, I know everybody's worried. Are we going too fast? No, they're literally. It would take 900 years, even at full speed ahead, which we can't do. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Panther Clipper leaks, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, what do you want? What do you want from that? You already know you're getting one, so that wasn't even a question, right? So, if if it's a question for you, don't be dumb. You're gonna get one, okay? You may wait for 3 months, but you're gonna get one. There's no question. There's just that's not a thing. Yeah, no, it's not a medium. It's a large. I don't know. You know, your brain sometimes just never ceases to amaze me on how how many shorts are in that thing. So yeah, so I don't know, but you're gonna get one, so it doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out here in a month. I don't care if. I mean, they're always gonna try to figure out stuff ahead of time. That some people just like to do that, and that's fine. I don't really care one way or the other, because the bottom line is, are you gonna buy one? Yes, you are. And if you say you're not, then I'd call you a liar because you're gonna buy one. Whether you buy it now or whether you buy it later, you're gonna get one. If you ever want to colonize anything, you're gonna want one because it will just save you oodles and oodles and oodles of time. So yeah, it's all good. Whatever it comes with, it comes with. So if it does, yeah, that was another thing I was thinking about those because they're giving away. You guys know now, right, that the community goal and you can now get the distributors for the community goal from either side. Just make sure you're in the top 75%. Which on the if you go over to what's her name, Kato Kane or whatever, she's also giving away the same number for doing her side now, and there's a lot less since like the majority of the whole entire player base went to the one side. It'll be really easy for you to get the parts on the other one. So yeah, it's not that many arcs. It's like $20 literally. You could drive Uber for like one night, and you have enough to get the stupid ship. So it's not like you got to go get like a full-time day job, bro. Just get on the Uber thing, do a delivery or two of food, and then you'll have it. And then you'll be like, woohoo, I got it. And then you can go back to doing whatever it is that you do. Okay? It's not that hard to get. But if you wait, you can wait. Like I said though, if you're gonna be doing colonization, you're gonna want that ship. It just trust me. After I've done 8 systems now, just starting them. I haven't even finished one yet, and I'm already like dying to just have more. I need more cargo. Now, however, we're not sure yet. What the final number is going to be. I'm hoping it's over 1,000. I know some people think it's better, but the only interesting thing is I've, got wind of maybe there might be different. There might be different a material for the hull, which would be amazing. And yeah, so and somebody was mentioning that earlier about the hull on an AX ship that you need it to be engineered. I I mean, it depends on what you're built, what you're shoot. You know what? I don't know if you're shooting Cyclops and lower, you'll find you don't need any engineering. The only ones that need that, you know, and even Basilisk is pretty okay. You can still be all right. You still might have to repair a lot, but yeah. But you know, Medusas, Hydras, obviously those are tough. So you want to, and it depends too if you're with a friend or you by yourself. You know, if you stay away from them, it's like I always had this argument with what's his name, El Kabong. He's always getting dead. I'm like, why are you always getting dead? Well, you know, I want to do my part. No, you don't need to do your part. Just go in there, tag it, and then get away from it. Go shoot scouts. Had that argument with him. Is like, yeah, I want to do my job. You are doing your job. Just tag it, get out. You need money. There's money. And that was what I was saying about that earlier about the carriers. It's like there's lots of ways to trade money amongst people now, especially with colonization. Because you literally, and this is how I got carrier money from this account, and I got it onto my second account, was just doing colonization. I put in buy orders for everything at an egregious amount. I took my second account, went and loaded up my carrier. Now, of course, other people could have done it too, but they didn't. So, I mean, everybody's so busy right now, and a lot of people now, they're going to be far away. So they're not going to be just sitting around town just waiting for the next, you know, the next gig, right? So, because they're a lot of them are getting further away. So I think we're like what 200-300 out now, maybe more from the core bubble. And I mean, yes, I know that there's satellite one. I already know that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the core bubble where we started. You could say from Seoul out in all directions, we're about 200-300 generally. Okay. Now, if you want to count all the bridges that go a couple of thousand light years, or whatever, that's fine. But that's not part of the core bubble. Okay. So the core bubble is round, right? It's core, and then out like this. And that's the way it has to expand, because getting those materials all that distance is not a fun thing. People are going to hate that. But if that squadron carrier carries 50,000 or more materials, man, people are going to do that. People are going to love that. You know what I mean? That's like, because, well, technically, I mean, they shouldn't have to really move stuff that far once they get out there, because they're going to have to build systems out. So you're not going to see, like, you might not see as many bridges, right? Right now we see a lot of bridges where they just popped them down, popped them down, popped them down, popped them down, and went somewhere. But, you know, now you're going to see more buildings from the core, because that's where the materials are going to be more lucrative. They're going to be closer to that core bubble. All right, 07 to you there, willy-nilly. Good to see you. So the yeah, so that's what's going on as far as the power play, or not the power play, but the squadron stuff. Like I said, it really just depends on what people are looking for at the end of the day. But I think there is going to be a deal with a what's Atlas Rand doing? He's doing, so he must be he's got to be doing something like getting rank or something. Keeps coming on and offline, or maybe he's getting materials from somewhere. So yeah, that's kind of where they're at with that whole carrier thing. I think in the most, you know, especially if it's newer guilds or whatever, it'll be interesting. I mean, if they're not, it depends really. Like I said, it depends a whole bunch on the upkeep and what you know, the fuel consumption, and what if it consumes the same fuel, or if there's going to be some other fuel. We don't know that it's going to be tritium, although tritium is a lot easier to get now, because you can literally you know, you can extract it in systems, and there's a lot more systems with, you know, that in the store now, so it's a little bit easier to deal with. And you can, but you know, like I said, moving money around and stuff, I don't know how important it is. I think it was important years ago, but we've kind of adapted to other ways of doing stuff. And with colonization now, it's way more easy to get stuff done. And if they do something with the with the engineering. Great. They need to revamp both on foot and space engineering, both of them, and not anywhere near what they're like now. They should be way different. And like I said, I don't understand why they don't let us phone anything in. They don't even let us phone in the experimentals or nothing. I mean, it sucks. And the suits are even worse because the suits, right? I think the suits are even worse because you can't even replace modules on those, can you? Or it does. That's all it does. It doesn't give you the old module back. I don't think it does any of that. There's a lot of stuff they could have let us do that they don't. You know, when we sell a module, when we sell something back to the store, we don't get, like, if it's been engineered, we don't get anything extra for that, except for if there's any kind of value to whatever we put on there. But there's not usually. So, yeah, there's a lot of that going on. It's crazy. So you might say, Fear, what are you doing? Why are you sitting in VSX Ajax in your ship? Because you know what I'm doing. I'm in the APURA system over at the Fukuyu station. So I'm going to deliver my stuff. I don't even think did I even load it up yet? I didn't do this in a way that will. I didn't put in a buy order, a purchase order, none of that crap. So, but I do have 10,000 semiconductors right here that I can go turn in. Is that amazing? That's amazing. And I might do that. At what time are we? We're at 43? Okay. Yeah, see, if you put it in as a buy or sell order, then I can sell it to myself, and this process is so much easier. Which I'm not sure why they didn't do anything with this. They could have easily worked on this while they were working on it. It's just a matter of making that little counter go up 8,000 times faster if you're holding it. They do it almost everywhere else. I'm not sure why they didn't do it here. There it is. 792, bitches. Now we're going in hot. I haven't even signed up for the event yet, so I guess we can look at that too. Let's see. It's in here somewhere. Ooh, look at all them carriers now. People must have figured it out. I'm as close as I could get. I don't think I didn't get right on the planet, but I'm pretty close. Look at this guy. He didn't even bother naming his. He's just like, yeah, man, it's fleet carrier, dude. Let's just rock this town, rock it inside out. You know what I mean? So we want points of interest. Stations, point. But what I'm looking for, is it just a point of interest? I don't even know what I'm looking for now. Let me see what it looks like on here. See if I can see it on here. I haven't even read what to do. Oh, here it is. Okay. So it's just a regular station. Okay. So Fuka, so you can go Fuka yourself right there. So I have to have stations on. Let's just make sure that's on. Stations. Yeah, we need that. Don't need that. Okay, there we go. That's what we need today. Then you can just kind of go auto launch and go over there and do your thing. Just go deliver your stuff. Now keep in mind, guys, don't forget, don't sell this stuff to your carrier or buy it from the carrier, because then it doesn't count. You have to do it the way we just did it just there.
Ship released. Take speed and carrier is far behind you.
What? All I know is that I'm... Oh, goodness. That's not too bad. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it's not terrible. You can collect the materials. You can put them on your carrier. You can take them off your carrier. But don't sell them to yourself, because then it will screw it up. And it'll say those don't count. So you don't want that. That's what the boys told me. Okay? And I listen to the boys. They always tell me the right thing. They never fib to me. Okay, they do fib to me all the time, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm going to trust them on this one. And we're going to get this thing down to Boom. We're really close. Okay, well, see, I always get conflicting reports. But until I do it myself, I'm sticking with report number 1. Okay? Because I can't verify. So I'm not going to verify because I'm not going to waste any materials. I'll just do it the hard way until I have a chance to figure it out the easy way. Maybe on the second account, maybe I'll try it. Because the second account, I'm going to have to come in and do, not as much, but I'll do some on the second account as well. All I know is this dock needs to go Fuka itself, okay? That's all I can tell you. Yeah, so it's been a day. It's been a day of days, commanders. And we need to get unloaded here. Now, tomorrow, I will probably do a stream tomorrow at the normal bat time, 2 p.m. Mountain. Figure it out. Google it if you don't know what your time zone is comparatively. And I'll be there and we can, and I'll probably be doing, I might be doing more of this, but maybe with the other account, we'll see. I don't know. The other account, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in the system. So if we do it, it would have to be next door, and it's not going to be as much. I'm not going to do, is my dashboard, Mel, hi, is your dashboard different? Different than what? Clarify, please. Mel, 07 to you. Okay. Well, willy-nilly says you can do it. If you want to take it, you want to take his word for it. It's at your own risk, commanders. You guys do what you got to do. I could do 5 on both. Probably don't even need 10. I only got 10 because I thought I was doing it for the other account. All right, here we go. So, I could be completely wrong. Maybe you can do it. I don't know. All I'm saying is I can't verify it. I'm not saying anybody's lying. I'm saying I can't do it. Plants on the dashboard? I do have plants on my dashboard. Yeah, I mean, every single ship that I have has a full dashboard stuff. Just depends on which one I'm flying. I think I'm just flying. Yeah, I'm flying the. Yeah, I'm flying the cutter the Tesseract. Fuka takes so long. Come on, Fuka. Come on, Fuka. Why you got to be so long? Taking forever for me to deliver my stuff to you. You are pretty special. I'm just saying. I have planets too. Yeah, I have plants and planets. There's plants right next to the planets. So you were right in either case. I mean, once we go in here, you might actually, you can kind of see them now. There's the plants. And then there's 2 female pilots in there. Because, I gotta have hot waifus on my dashboard. Gotta have my Hawaiian shake, wiggly doll.
Just heading for approach to pad 40. Clear for precision approach. Use of docking computer has been sanctioned.
Yeah, I got a lot of the stuff out of the store. I mean, because, I mean, they didn't used to have very much, so it was like any little bit we could get, we were like collecting it all. Oh, there's a new one. Look, we got one. It's fully been 7 years. Here's another one. Let's buy it quick before they take it out or do something stupid. FOMO us. Yeah, they used to starve us for stuff. Now they're putting stuff in all the time. Oh, they got some new paint jobs for the Coriolis's and stuff. There's still nothing I like. I want neon. Till they come out with the neons, I'm not budging. Saw that earlier. That and what else? They got anything? Oh yeah, we used to just stay dark. Yeah, we used to anything they give, we would buy it. They knew years ago they could have milked us for millions of dollars, and they didn't do it for whatever reason. That was probably because You know, that was really taboo back in the day, but well, we didn't care. We wanted the stuff.
Landing successful.
What?
Initiate system shut down.
You are not allowed to go away,
Safely, Commander.
but you can always watch it on the rerun. It's okay. I'm going to talk about you all day tomorrow now that I know you're not going to be watching. I'm going to mention your name at least half a dozen times, if not more. All right, so now... what was I doing? Oh, yeah, so now I got to see... I think I got to... Nope, I got to go here. I think I got to sign up for this thing. I didn't sign up yet. So we're going to sign up now. We haven't signed up. Oh, God, look at that one. Look at Ingrid, man. She looks... Wow, Ingrid looks serious, man. Check out Ingrid. She ain't no joke. You're going to miss out on a cool waifu for tomorrow, too. I already have the waifu done. And you're going to miss that. All right, so contacts. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Mission board. So you got me all. Yeah, look at that. Support the Kato King and the Fukada. I think we're going to go for it. I think we're going to sign up to this crazy lady. Me sad. I know. Me so sad too. All right. I'm signed up, guys. I'm going in. I'm going all in on Kato Kane, baby. Now somebody will write me in the comments. Why don't you go with Kane? He's supposed to go. I mean, because you don't read the damn news. That's what it is. Okay. Leave me alone. All right, because I read the news, and it's okay now. All I gotta do is read the news. It's like literally right here in this place, you can actually read the whole entire thing about it right in this thing right here. Galnet News. It's right there. Boom. You look at that and you go, oh my God, look at all this rising tensions, trading blocks. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. And Thargoid, oh yeah, this is another thing. So I think another thing they're doing now is they're coming out with, they're going to come out with more ways to try to get us to fight each other. But they've already figured out we have no loyalty to any particular group because they're all forgettable, right? So every single superpower in here, except for maybe like a couple of the, like Arissa and Alyssa or Irisa or see, the blue-haired one, that nobody knows nobody's names. They made them too close together. They don't ever show them doing nothing. They don't ever talk. They're not in game. You can't converse with them in any fashion. They're forgettable. Nobody's got no loyalty to them people. They don't ever like put out like, it is our destiny to destroy the galaxy, you know. And then we'd be like, yeah. That's the kind of people that people are loyal to. But there's no loyalty to anybody in here. Remember that one time somebody was arguing with me, you can't be in the Empire because you have a Federation ship. I'm like, that's like not even a thing. And they're, oh yeah, no, no, it's not a thing. You made that shit up. All right, so now let's go here. We got to get rid of this stuff, right? Got to get rid of it because we got to get some more. We can't just do this one thing, right? Got to go get more things. And then, so we got to sell, right? And then we go down here and we figure out where to sell it. No, they like to argue with me about everything. I don't know why exactly. I don't say anything. I don't say anything too punchy usually. Except that I think that I did get somebody mad because I said that the power play weapons are worthless. Oh, there are some builds. And they're like, oh, there are some builds. That's the bare minimum. I'm like, well, what builds are those, by the way? Could you tell me? And no. Can they tell me? No, they could not tell. Because they're full of umgawa. You know what I mean? Full of it. Okay, I think, let me just check now. Let me just check, see if I screwed up. What's my contribution? I'm in the top 100, guys. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Look at all this stuff. 20. One day, Fukuda. Where's my oh 792? I got 792, boys. Command. No, Corvus. Oh 07 Corvus. My name is Commander Fearion. See, it says there on the right, on the top right of the screen. That's my name. Vortex is the name of the entity. Squadron. All right, and it goes even further. Don't make me go down that rabbit hole. Okay, so it's Fearion. Thank you. You have a lot of names. That is a really long name. Corvus, Corax, Nevermore. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. All right, let's go back here. Let's get out of here. We'll go pick up another load. What do you think? I think that sounds like a great idea. Where's my ship? Where's Ajax? God damn. Why is my Ajax way down there? Oh, because I'm not right next to it. All right, so this is basically where I'm at right now. I'm just gonna unload this thing, and maybe tomorrow I'll do the other account, just for the heck, the shiz and the giggles. But I'm really bummed because Mel's gonna miss out on the waifu, and I know that's like her favorite thing, and she's hot too. You're gonna like her. But you can always rate them after the fact, okay? Or, you can always rate my thumbnail later. Oh, this sucks. I'm in a bad spot. And oh, there's Aaron. Hey, 072, Aaron. Well, maybe Aaron can come watch the waifu tomorrow. We'll see. So there's not going to be much going on except for maybe events for the next month or so. So there may not be that much going on. That's a lot. That's a really big nod. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Atlas. He's got some kind of brain damage that I can't figure out. He calls me Vortex because that's the name of the channel, but that's the name of the channel, not the name of me. Well, I was just letting you know. Well, you just be I'm prideful every day. Yeah, I like the Nevermore. Commander Nevermore is all the nod you need because everybody knows that one. Yeah. Or Raven, for that matter. But Nevermore is actually really cool. All right, so I screwed that up. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna get down here. Oh, still going pretty fast. Okay, come on. Come on, Ajax. Let's roll them dice. Yeah, so today is just gonna be, I just wanted to talk about those ships. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but this is probably what we'll end up dealing with in a little bit. Like I said. And hopefully it'll work out for the best. I mean, you can still track everything in Inara. So if you were tracking stuff in Inara before, you'll still probably be able to again, if you want. But if you just want to do something simple, and they had like some granularity to some of the rights that you give to your squad mates. Yeah, that might be great for some of them. Like I said, I think the only ones it's going to make a difference to are the people that are, older commanders or whatever, or more established commanders. They're going to want to run out and do colonization way out in the black. That's going to be the actual Panther Clipper, because it's going to hold 50,000, probably at least 50,000. It's double in size, but I don't know if that means it's going to have double the capacity. But I'm thinking it will have double. And, you know, people that want to keep the other carrier can keep that carrier as well. I mean, if you can afford it, there's no reason not to have it. I mean, if you can afford it, if you want it, you don't necessarily need to fly around 2 carriers, but, you know, it is what it is, you know. But, you know, other people that are in your squad, they're going to want to keep their carrier so they can carry it, you know. I mean, sure, you can tote around all your stuff on my carrier, but then you have to wonder, is he going to be there when I get in there next time, or is he going to be, you know, across the galaxy? You don't know. So, you know, unless you have some sort of you're going to have a certain kind of relationship with your squad leaders to really be able to say, okay, I'm just going to, you know, if you just come into the game every once in a while and you don't care what happens, or you're just like, oh yeah, hey, this is where we're at now, and then you go explore around the area or whatever, there's going to be a lot of scenarios where it's going to be a good thing for you. So, I mean, I think everybody will be fine, and I'm really upset with this placement of my carrier, because I would have been better. At this point, I would have been better just parking it next door, which I may end up having to do, because now I'm just annoyed to no end that it's taking so long for me to get lined up back and forth here. So I may have to move it. I may do that. It might be a thing. It might be a new thing in my life called the move it. All right, you gonna turn around and see? It's just annoying the shit out of me. There we go. All right, here we go. Lights, illuminate, deluminate.
Thank you for visiting our carrier.
Illuminate.
We hope you find what you're looking for.
I like never mind. Okay. Never fly towards the carrier directly. See, because that's what's going to happen. Watch. Boom. Boom. See? Proved it. That was a good hit. That's why I don't like to fly towards the carrier. Sometimes it just does that. Fortunately, I was unloaded. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with this placement. Let's see if we can do anything with that.
We've got you safe and sound.
What do you think?
Solid approach. Our services are at your disposal.
I bet you I can't get closer. What am I looking for? Aha. Yeah, see, it's full. This is where I want to be, right here. And I'm right here. And it's a pain in the ass. So I may move it. We might move it. But anyway. All right, boys and girls. I've had enough fun for today. I got to say what I had to say. It's been said. So if you have any comments or whatever, please feel free to leave them in the comments below the video. Don't forget to come in tomorrow. You can see the new waifu. She's a hot one. I mean, the thumbnail is amazing. You too, Mel. Stay out of trouble. Go be prideful. Talk about it. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll see some of you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. And don't forget to stay demented. Check out any of the new albums. And if you guys want to hook up with us in the Discord and chit chat, I'll give you that just before I go. How about that? Join it. Just make sure you validate yourself. There's a place called Verify Yourself. There's a whole thing. You just push a button and it says okay. All right? Yep. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care.
Stardust in your hair, you're a cosmic dream. Flying through the space on a laser beam. Galactic whispers calling out your name. Vortex squadron lights up just the same. From the shadows of moons to the edge of the truth, Commander, you shine like a stellar sleuth. Wishing you all the best in the void out there. From the cosmic center, gotta feel that flare. Waiting to salute like a bright comet's tail. Commander will follow, no way we could fail. Black holes and quasars, they can't dim your light. Exploring the unknown till the final night. Through wormhole twists and nebulous form, we'll ride the pulsars in a galactic storm. Gravitational waves carry our creed in the silent vacuum where whispers lead. Our beacon is bright, it never will stray. Follow the trail into the Milky Way. Wishing you all the best in the void out there. From the cosmic center, gotta feel that flare. Waiting to salute like a bright comet's tail. Commander will follow, no way we could fail. Our beacon is bright, it never will stray. Follow the trail into the Milky Way. Wishing you all the best in the void out there. From the cosmic center, gotta feel that flare. Waiting to salute like a bright comet's tail. Commander will follow, no way we could fail. Oh, we could fail. Way we could fail.